Happy Friday. All right, this is for the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th. We are going to start with Aries and make our way down to Pisces. Please do note, I give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. We're going to get started with Aries. There is no clarification today, just whatever comes out for the week ahead. Again, the 11th through to the 24th. What does Aries need to know? All right. Ooh, nice so far. Ooh, really? Aries, dang. All right, Aries, overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 29, the World card. So the World card notoriously is about a cycle coming to completion. However, it also pertains to feminine energy, facing fears, and being open to your spiritual gifts. It's pertaining to number 20 house. So there could be an ending to a cycle literally in the 3D with a home that you're currently in. Maybe you're going to sell or move or rent somewhere else. For others of you, there could be travel involved, I heard, as well as I definitely feel like there's an ending to a cycle pertaining to something in the mind. House to me always represents the mind. But it's a time of celebration, joy, and happiness because you're completing a cycle. We have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. All major arcana here for you, Aries. You're definitely ending a cycle, but you're manifesting, Gemini, Virgo, the Magician, a higher level of commitment. Now, for some of you, this is a relationship, but I also feel like it's a higher level of commitment with that Hierophant, Taurus energy towards your spiritual, well, I heard progress, ascension of sorts, spiritual practices. With the Empress, that is a time to turn your dreams into tangible reality. It's a time of fertility, growth, rebirth. It is prosperity, abundance, new beginnings. Beautiful. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 12, the templed path. And interesting, it's pertaining to number 5, mature man. What I find interesting is that he has the world. So there could be a major shift in cycle taking place with you and another. You could be the mature man. Take it how it resonates. But the templed path is, in essence, that feeling of moving towards your soul purpose. We have an Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. That is a brand new passionate beginning, creativity, action, and forward momentum. Aries, your well-being card. Desire is the beginning of all creation. Having a desire. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire from. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Taurus. Just so you're aware, I only read the chat when I am shuffling. Hello, Elizabeth. Roy, I would say, honestly, you can look up your life path number, but when it comes to anything in life, you want to follow your intuition and your higher guidance. Numerology is great. It's a nice little map. It's a tool, but it's meant to be just that. It isn't the end all be all, and it keeps you, in essence, kind of stuck in the 3D energetic plane. Ooh, Texas. It's probably warm there. It feels like our spring is leaving with a vengeance. It's been raining the last few days and chilly here in the state of Washington. All right, final shuffle, and we will move on to Taurus. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. Taurus. This is for the week of the 18th through to the 24th, Taurus. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Happy birthday. I had to look to make sure we were still in Taurus season for birthdays, and we are, although Gemini is coming in quickly. Happy birthday to the Tauruses. Feel free to watch other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for the week ahead for the sign of Taurus. Alrighty. Oh, my nose itches. Taurus, overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 37, third chakra archangel Shamuel, pertaining to privileged lady in the reverse, number 12. Interesting, because the third chakra is pertaining to emotions of desire and life force energy. And for some of you, if you are that privileged lady in reverse, you're feeling less than privileged. But it also could pertain to somebody in your energetic field. Interesting. I find it interesting because there's something awry, it feels like. I don't necessarily feel like this is your energy. I feel like you're in your life force energy, but there's somebody who is less than privileged around you or acting something like acting amiss, if you will. We have the Three of Swords. Well, there you go. Three of Swords. The Eight of Cups. Wowza. And the Moon in the reverse, Pisces energy. There is some kind of a heartbreak situation. Now, I will tell you that the Three of Swords is mental. It's all in the mind. And then that triggers the emotions. But frankly, I don't feel like we're going to be triggered for long because we're emotionally detaching from this situation. And with the Moon in the reverse, for some of you, I feel like you're moving through fears, doubt. Again, I mean, you could be that feeling, shifting out of that feeling of lack or not being privileged. For others, this is pertaining to a specific person that you had to emotionally detach from. Maybe not even the person, but the emotions stuck with those thoughts that were triggering. It is about moving through fears, but you do need to follow your intuition. So the Moon in the reverse makes me feel like maybe you're not following your intuition. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 10, storm warning, pertaining to number 8, false person. You could be seeing 888. Something could be shifting around Lionsgate as well, which is 88, August 8th. This storm warning pertaining to a false person feels like it feels like this. And the false person, frankly, could be that you realize that this privileged person wasn't really privileged. They were putting on a show or an act, and or it's flipped. They really are privileged. We have an Emperor, which is Aries energy, boss energy. And then we have the Fool, Aries, Aquarius energy. So whatever this storm warning is pertaining to, for some of you, it's a boss or somebody in a hierarchy, somebody in a leadership role, somebody who sees things as very black and white, orderly, as well as somebody who takes action towards the things that they desire. With the Fool card, it feels as though you're beginning a new cycle. Whatever this is could be causing chaos for somebody. Could be your boss. Maybe you're like, I'm going in a new direction. you could even be taking a leadership role in your own life to start this new cycle. I definitely feel like there is fear that's being moved through. Follow your intuition, please, please, please. Emotionally detaching from those thoughts is beautiful energy. The life force energy as well, with your emotions of desire and being in that energy, is beautiful. It's like your desires are outweighing any garbage, any other person's feelings or beliefs. And again, there is a false person, a mist. It could be you. It could have been that you're finally moving out of that whole idea that you must be a people pleaser. Take it how it resonates. Taurus, your well-being card. I see this day as a positive new beginning. It's never too late to have a new beginning. Never. Today and tomorrow can be very different from yesterday if you can let yesterday go and focus on today. Today and tomorrow are about your now vibration, and you have complete control over that. Look for things to feel good about and watch how everything in your life will unfold to reflect that good feeling vibration. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will move on to Gemini. Hello, Reaction King. Oh, you're Gemini. May 28th. It's coming up. Coming up quick. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing if you so feel the need. $49 is young. I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, the 40s seemed old. I'm 46. So now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, gosh, like midlife, most likely for me is going to be 50. So I still have another 54 years to go. Okay. All right, Gemini. Happy birthday to the Geminis coming up. I know we're not there yet, but it's getting close enough for me to say happy birthday. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for the 18th through to the 24th. Okay. So, Gemini. Overall energy is number 9, broken heart. And interestingly enough, in this specific deck, this refers to a healing in process. It can be from anything. I mean, we can have a broken heart as a child that we carry around until we're in adulthood. So again, take it how it resonates, whatever pops into your mind first. But this is about healing. And it's pertaining to number 38, toil in labor. So I feel like more than anything, there is something that you've attempted to move through numerous times. We're coming to the closure of whatever this heart healing is, whatever this cycle is. And frankly, it almost feels like you've been standing in your own way. Now, it could be that you're, bringing up thoughts or situations that transpired that created this, thinking that that's how you're going to move through it, which isn't necessarily the case. We have the 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords, completion. Whatever the thoughts aligned with this broken heart, the way you were perceiving it is what the shift is. That's when we close the cycle out. Not reliving it, not dredging it up so that we can feel the pain and move through it anyway. No, it's perceiving the experience differently. Gaining a new perspective will shift your entire life, your entire vibration. With the 10 of Swords, you're finally completing this way of thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. With the Strength card, Leo energy, that's when you're going to take your power back, because it appears that for a time, this doesn't feel new, toil and labor, for a time, you've been giving this your energy in one way or another. With the 7 of Cups. So I feel like you're taking your power back in order to, well, not in order to, I mean, it's beautiful. You're taking your power back, finally. The 7 of Cups is all about dreams. Hi, Vicky. It's all about your imagination, but make sure that you're not just using the imagination to daydream or to live in fantasy land. You want to use your imagination in a way that you fill the shoes of that imagination, to feel it vibrationally in order to actually create it. And also to pick one, make a choice. Is it going to be the negative nilly thoughts, or is it going to be the happy positive? Because the 7 of Cups has both. You can put your emotional energy into one or the other. We don't really want to split it, because then we're getting split results. Either way, you're taking your power back, and now you have a choice on what your heart is going to focus on. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 8, indecision. And it's pertaining to none other than number 8, a false person. So honestly, I think you're the false person. And the reason I think you're the false person is because you're moving out of an old way of thinking. So when you shift energies, normally it's because you are being somebody that isn't your true essence, your true spiritual essence, because truly we are just love and light. But then we come to this 3D and we start taking on habits and patterns, and we're programmed to be a certain kind of way. A lot of times we'll take on somebody else's habit, especially in relationships or friendships. It's like, oh yeah, they like pizza. I guess I love pizza too. Oh, they like reading these books. There comes a point where we need to hermit our energy, even though I'm not seeing that card here. But when we hermit our energy, we end up really getting in tune with who we truly are. With the indecision and the false person, I feel like your indecision is coming because you're not following your true heart. You've got all these opportunities. There's a need to really get to know who you are, what it is that you truly desire, and then make choices and decisions from there, following your intuition. We have an Ace of Pentacles, a brand new opportunity. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could even be a windfall of cash coming in. And then we do have the 4 of Wands as well, which, yes, is a union, but I also feel like it's talking about your templed path. For some of you, there is an opportunity for love. But again, there's a need to follow your intuition and your heart. All right. Taurus, your well-being, or not Taurus, excuse me, Gemini, your well-being card. Seeking approval of others hinders my joyousness. If the way you feel depends on anything outside of you, you're in trouble. But if you depend only upon your connection with your own inner being, then everything in your experience falls into alignment. That would be the false person. If you're looking to other people like, do you think this is right for me? Do you think this is what's best for me? You're not following your heart and your intuition. You're following what they want. You're taking on their approval or their energy. So, all right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and move on to Cancer. Hello, Burku, did I say that right? Good to see you, Vicky. Good to see everybody, but good to see you, Vicky. Shuffle, shuffle. You all have a blessed weekend as well. I'm just feeling amazing, even though it's raining and it's a little bit chilly. I'm okay with it. Because I know summer is right around the corner. Oh, yay. Yay, Reaction King. So, it's so unfortunate. Like, I try to have patience and tolerance for people to make the right choices. But, you know, when you ignore their first ridiculous comment and they still don't understand, that's all right. It is what it is. Okay. Shuffling. Oh, thank you, Roy. All righty. We'll get going with Cancer at 21. Cancer. This is for the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you're dealing with. Also, the mid-months are out if you're interested. They get put out a week early, but they're really for the 15th through to the, oh my gosh, that was a lot. The 15th through to the end of the month. So those just went out not too long ago. Oakley Dokley, Cancer. Overall energy, we have number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Excuse me. And it's pertaining to bad health. Ooh, interesting. This is self-expression and speaking your truth. Now, your truth means your truth. So that which you speak is your truth. The thoughts you think are your truth. It also makes the resonance your vibration. Oh, my nose is itch. Anyways, if this is pertaining to bad health, be careful. If you are one that goes around and is like, oh, I don't feel good today, or, oh, I have this issue or that issue, or be very careful with the words that you speak because they are your truth. Even if in your mind you're like, yeah, I don't really believe that. Doesn't matter. Like, if you're putting it out there, you're putting it out there in the universe. Your word is your wand. So we have the Death card. No, it does not mean death. It's Scorpio energy. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Well, Cancer, I feel like I was just preaching to the choir because the Death card tells me that you're transmuting that energy. You're shifting out of whatever woe is me, fulfilling prophecy of health issues. You're shifting that. Death is transmutation. You're taking that energy and shifting it into what? The 6 of Pentacles. What is that? Balance. Not only is it balance, but it's a windfall of sorts. With the Page of Swords, pages bring news. But I also feel like this is your communication. This is telling me that you are possibly receiving guidance, intuition, and downloads, but also speaking your truth, but it's transformed. You've shifted it from the bad health or whatever. And mind you, bad health can be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be like I have a cold or, you know, my knee hurts or whatever. I mean, it could just be lethargy or procrastination. I mean, our health is in everything we do. With the 3 of Cups, it is time for celebration. The 3 of Cups is a time of celebration. There could be something, well, I heard meaningful coming in for you, that you has a cause for celebration. This is a general read, and I am not clarifying, so this could mean anything for any one of you. There's more than one Cancer watching. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 20, envy. Pertaining to number 25, high honor. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't feel like the envy is yours. I feel like you were in a vibration. It was a match to a lot of people around you because you attract what you are, right? And as you're shifting, making this choice, this decision, whatever to shift that energy, something tremendously amazing is going to happen in your life. And you're going to have people that are either going to rise to your new level and or drift away out of your life. I feel like the envy and jealousy is somebody watching from the sidelines that was a part of your group or in your general surroundings, watching you, in essence, feeling like you're raising into some high honor level. Could even be a position that you're being offered. With the Queen of Cups, that's you, Cancer. You're taking your power back. And you're well on your way with the Chariot, Cancer, again. Victory, success, forward momentum, as well as possible public recognition. It looks like you've done the work and you're moving on up, as the song goes, to the east side. Okay. I am learning that all problems resolve themselves. When you have a problem, a desire exudes forth from you, and Source hears it and answers it immediately. Once you remove your attention from the problem, you then allow the solution. Give birth to the question and let it go, and allow the answer to flow. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and move on to Leo. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I truly appreciate you. Where are we at? Hello, Green Heart. Timothy, are you just spouting out random stuff? All right, shuffling. Thank you guys for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Also, thank you for my group members, extended group and gratitude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. It's such a good day. Happy Friday. Although I feel like every day is my Friday. Alrighty, last shuffle. And then we will move into Leo. All right, Leo. For the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th, for the sign of Leo, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you're dealing with. One more, please. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Alrighty, Leo. Overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 7, community. And it's pertaining to number 28, expectations. So the community card for me is akin to the 3 of Cups. Time for celebration, joy, something exciting taking place. Maybe it's a graduation, a wedding, some kind of celebration. And the fact that we're entering into the weekend, even though this is for the week ahead, could even be next weekend. This to me is talking about there's being some kind of expectation surrounding some kind of event or gathering. Again, community could be with friends, community could be family, work, whatever, but there's something to celebrate, some kind of joy, and there's expectancy. I like expectancy when we're expecting fun, happiness, and not worst case scenario, right? So this feels good. With the Chariot card, Cancer energy, victory, success, forward momentum towards The Fool card, Aries, Aquarius energy. Well, it seems like you're starting a new cycle. So for some of you, whatever this expectation is, this celebration is something pertaining to a new cycle beginning for you. Akin to, again, it could be a job. It could be a move. It could be, this is a general reading, a graduation, a wedding, something to the occasion of celebration and community. With the Queen of Wands, well, unless you're dealing specifically with another fire sign, specifically Aries, Leo, Sag, I would say that you are sitting here in your full power, in your energy, your passion, your drive, your desire, your forward momentum. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 49, Angel of Love. Interesting, because now I'm getting the song, Bit by the Love Bug. It's some girl singing it, and it's in my head. You got me twisted, turning, done something, 'cause we're falling in love. So in love, yeah. So if you know the song, go check it out. There could be something in the lyrics. But this Angel of Love is pertaining to number 7, message. Now I'm hearing a message in a bottle. I think that's a song too. Something about a message in a bottle. Anyway, this could all be about love. Angel of Love feels like you were in your heart space. Receiving messages, the messages could pertain to higher sources like intuition, receiving channeled messages with your heart chakra open. For some of you, it could even be telepathy, but there also just could be some kind of a love letter coming through to you. We have the Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. This is life-changing. Whatever this new beginning is for you is life-changing. This new cycle that you're embarking on is life-changing. With the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, Sagittarius energy, this is things getting moving in your favor because it's in the upright. It talks about a major amount of progress seemingly out of nowhere after possibly a time of stagnancy, and windfalls of all sorts and sizes. All right, Leo, what is your well-being card? I am selfish enough to want to feel good. I feel like that's a total Leo card. Feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and an abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core belief. All right, we're going to shuffle, move into Virgo, and I will read the chat. Oh, you're cooking? What are you cooking? I am not doing free questions. It is a $5 minimum for super chats, and they do not get answered until after Pisces. I don't know who this song is, Vicky. It's a woman singing it. It's kind of like a, I don't know how to express it. It almost sounds like a teeny bopper, kind of like, you got me twisted, turn it. I don't know. So in love with you. I don't know. My name is Amber Lee. I think I forget that my channel doesn't have my name on it. Maybe I should start by introducing myself to everybody. Yes, that's it. Yes, Brandy, that's the one. So when I get songs, it just hits on repeat in my head. And I don't know necessarily who sings it or any of that. All right, final shuffle, and we are moving on to Virgo. We've already done Aries through Leo. I do leave timestamps just so you're aware when I'm done. So if you don't want to have to scroll back over. All right, Virgo. For the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th, Virgo. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates, wow, and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or you can cross-watch for, good grief, somebody that you're dealing with. I am not going to take all of that. That's a lot. That's insane. Virgo, feeling a little demanding. All right. Virgo. I don't know what we're doing there. Okay, Virgo, overall energy for this upcoming week. We have two energies, most likely both are yours, but it could be somebody you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. Number 50, Angel of Strength. Beautiful energy because it feels like you're in your power, pertaining to, or not pertaining to, as well as number 34, Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. So you could be taking your power back from a situation and really opening the door to your personal healing and happiness. Now, it's pertaining to number 2, a main female. You could be the main female and or that's who you're taking your power back from. Take it how it resonates. We have the High Priestess, Pisces energy, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So I feel like you're following your intuition, your higher guidance. For some of you, you could be reaching out to a spiritual mentor, spiritual coach. But I feel as though regardless of how you're coming back into your power and opening the door to your healing and happiness, it's giving you the Knight of Wands, passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, willingness to take action, and maybe even some magic in taking your creativity back. With the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords, I'm getting two energies. It could be both for you and or one or the other. This is after a time of conflict. But I also feel like this shift change that you're making to take your power back is causing some form of conflict. And there could be groups of people talking about you. Not necessarily nice, but it's kind of goes with the territory. Anytime we shift an energy, people start talking. So it is what it is. I don't know that you should let it bother you. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 24, adjacent possibilities. And it's pertaining to number 7, message. Okay, so this is pertaining specifically to a message that you're receiving. And I feel like when it comes to the possibilities, I don't know that there's necessarily, it could go either way. For some of you, this is somebody in a group giving you heads up on a situation. This person most likely is going to be a fire sign or somebody who embodies this energy. It's the Queen of Wands, specifically Aries, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. This is somebody who's very passionate, driven. I heard successful. It's the energy of kind of a witchy woman, in essence, magical, very charismatic, could be into public speaking, but they definitely go after what it is that they desire, and they like to be in control, in charge. Now, with the energy of adjacent possibilities, whatever message you're receiving, it's open. It's open to whatever possibilities. It would behoove you to get into the energy of what it is that you desire. And therefore, you've already energetically made your choice, regardless of what the 3D is showing you. All right, Virgo, nothing is more important than that I feel good. Don't do anything that you don't really want to do. Keep yourself in a place of feeling good. Reach for the thought that feels better and watch what happens. Beautiful advice when it comes to opening the door to personal healing and happiness. You matter. your desires and your dreams and your energy matters. All right, I'm going to shuffle. We will move into Libra, which happens to be our midway point. Is it Fergie? Interesting. Thank you, Brandy Lee. Yes, that's totally it. Hello, Carmack. It feels weird calling you that. I'm just going to call you Sean. Hi, Davika. Did I say that right, Davika? Oh, well, thank you for giving me the okay. I wasn't actually asking. I was telling you. But yes, I'm glad that you are okay with that. Oh, thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Happy Friday. Oh, it is definitely Friday. And then again, for those who didn't hear before, the mid-months are out. The mid-months are the most recent readings that I posted, and that is for the 15th to the end of the month. So if this isn't as in-depth as you would like, you can go check those out. I need to have a sip of my super cold coffee because I'm parched. Where am I from? I live in Washington State. Okay. Libra. This is for the week ahead. The 18th through to the 24th. Yes. Side note, Sean, I appreciate you. I got the one deck that you sent thus far. I think you said that there was more than one, but I've gotten the one. I appreciate you. That is fantastic. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I love gifts. All right, Libra. Upcoming week, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is a general reading, so you can always check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you are dealing with. And like I said before, if this isn't as in-depth as you would like, you can either request a personal reading from me, information in the description, and or go check out the mid-month where I go into more detail somewhat. If you're in the extended group, I do, definitely. Anyways, Libra. Overall energy for this reading. We have number 14, caring connection, and it's pertaining to number 5, mature man. Interesting, because normally caring connection for me talks about romance or love, but it could be anything, any kind of caring connection. And with mature man, you could be the mature man, or it could be the person you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. But this, to me, with the world card there, feels like somebody is growing, ascending, expanding, and they've ended an old cycle. It's a time of celebration, really, when we get that old and that cycle ending. But in some kind of a caring connection, I feel like there is growth. There's an old cycle ending, time of celebration, and a new cycle beginning. We have the Chariot card, Cancer energy, the Queen of Swords, holy smokes, Libra, you showed up strong, and the Three of Cups. So Chariot, victory, success, forward momentum. For some, it's public recognition. Queen of Swords, that is Libra. That is you. King, Queen, it's not gender specific. It's literally just feminine energy, if you will, but we have feminine and masculine. Anyways, this is you in your power, standing strong, victory, success, forward momentum towards what? The Three of Cups, something to celebrate. Now, the Three of Cups definitely is something to celebrate. Could be a party that you're going to, a gathering, interesting because I just started seeing somebody playing, I wanted to say the fiddle, but it's a violin. I don't know. Maybe there's a country club involved and a violin playing, or a fancy dinner. Anyways, the Three of Cups is also new soul tribe, and it talks about your spirit guides as well. So for the majority of you, there's some kind of a celebration that you're attending. But I also feel like you could be, especially when we end a cycle, new people come into our lives. So you could be meeting new people. There is some kind of completion and something to celebrate in the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 4, happy family. Pertaining to number 31, bad health. Well, we have the Two of Pentacles. So I'll tell you right now, happy family for me is, again, could be two families coming together, could be romance, take it out, resonates. But it also could just, to me, it's like the 10 of Cups. And that's unconditional love, happiness, joy. But it also, in essence, has a tendency to be a completion and end of a cycle. And when we talk about bad health with that Two of Pentacles, this is about somebody who is of two worlds. Excuse me. So of two worlds can mean a few things. You're in the spirit realm and you're in the through the 3D. And so it's, you know, you're juggling between the two, which is like the true laws of the universe, and then 3D reality that you're kind of getting. It's like ego versus higher self. The other thing is the Two of Pentacles is energetically and emotionally draining. And so something has been energetically and emotionally draining, and I feel like it pertains to family. Now, again, family can be a lot of things this day and age. It can be the family you grew up in. It can be your husband, your wife, your kids. It can be friends, however you consider family. But there's something that you're of two minds of, which means that you are, in essence, I mean, we create our own reality. So if you want to shift this draining energy, it would behoove you to picture everything in a loving light, or see the divinity in all people, all places, and really follow your higher self, your spiritual laws of the universe. Apparently there's a message held for review. Interesting. I don't think I've ever got that. Anyways, Libra, I choose my unique path to joy. I had to double look to make sure I'm still on Libra. No one can create in your experience. I'm going to read that again. No one can create in your experience. For no one can control where you direct your thoughts. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, do, or have. In other words, you create your own reality. Nobody else does. That being said, I'm going to shuffle and move on to Scorpio as I read the chat. My laugh is funny. Well, as long as it makes you laugh. That's all that matters. Oh, like what's my nationality? Okay, let's see if I can remember. I want to say English, Irish, French, German, Hungarian, there's questionable Native American and Italian. Questionable because it shows up in my sister's DNA, but not so much in mine. But we're from the same family. And also, did I say Scandinavian? I think there's Scandinavian in there. European. There you go. European. That sums it up. Although I feel like it's a big place. I don't know. I've never been there. Never been there. Maybe one day. Maybe with all my gifts and donations, I'll go. Maybe with all the likes. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. And subscribe-y poo. I appreciate you. See, I had to say subscribe-y poo so it rhymed with appreciate ye. Yee. What happened to my hair? Nothing. My hair? Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, if it is. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Vicky. Okay, Scorpio. 5047. Scorpio. Oh, this is for the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. Please do take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you were dealing with, especially if it doesn't resonate. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Oh my goodness. Scorpio's a little tight-lipped. One more, please. Or two more. Two more for late Scorpio. Okay, well, there you go. Ooh, I just got an intense surge of energy. Scorpio. Overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 18, anxiety. Pertaining to number 28, expectation in the reverse. It almost feels like you have anxiety because you're lacking in expectation. Now, we can still kind of feel anxious with stuff. I almost said it differently. With shift, if you will. But even when we have expectations, and we always want to expect what we feel is in our best and highest good, and the highest good for all involved. A lot of people are under this assumption that, no, if I prepare, I used to be one of them, so no shade. Oh, if I prepare for the worst case scenario, it'll be okay when it happens. Well, what nobody tells you is that you're creating the worst case scenario. So yeah, when it happens, you're like, yep, I knew it. I'm already prepared for it. But you don't have to. You can prepare for the best case scenario and be in that energy. That being said, there's anxiety, fear, stress, overthinking, because there's a lack of expectation in the direction that you're desiring. We have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, the High Priestess, Pisces energy, the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and the Lovers in the reverse, Gemini energy. So, what you're manifesting, I actually find this to be beautiful energy, manifesting through your higher frequency, your higher source, your intuition, with the Ace of Swords. It's almost like, so manifesting to me is, when you're doing it on purpose anyway, is akin to praying, but not the praying that people tell you how to do in church. It's a different kind of praying. And it feels almost like you're asking your higher source for what? Clarity, truth, to see, cut through the veil, the fluff, the unexpected, the unknowing, to give you clarity and truth. Now, the clarity and truth that you're receiving is that whatever connection you were in, the soulmate connection, or maybe what you thought was a soulmate connection in the reverse, tells me that this is no longer a connection. And now I'm hearing, because love don't live here anymore. I think it's a country song. This is something that's come to an end. Now, it could have been a soulmate connection at some point, but soulmates aren't always meant to walk our entire life path with us. Sometimes they're there for a season, for, certain times in our life, to walk with us, to give us lessons, blah, blah, blah. I could go on. But it's done. And that's the clarity that you're getting, the truth, the truth that you're receiving. Now, I'm not clarifying because it wouldn't be fair to everybody else, but let's get to the underlying and see if we can get a little bit more detail for you. In that underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 9, broken heart. Honestly, I feel like whether or not you're just now asking for higher guidance to see the truth, to cut through the fluff, you might have already kind of known, and or this situation has been, ooh, I heard replaying. Maybe this is a different person, but the same cycle. If we don't shift energy from a cycle, in essence, learn the lesson, we will continue to repeat the cycle. Different faces, different places, but the energy underlying is the same. This broken heart is pertaining to number 30, adjudication. Some of you, it's a divorce. Some of you, this is just some form of a separation, and the adjudication is a final judgment call. Now, the final judgment could even be divinely guided, like, universe has to step in because this isn't who you're meant to be with or grow with or whatever. We have the 7 of Wands. This energy feels very much like overwhelming, feeling a need to protect yourself or your energy. But then we have the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. There's a rebirth that's going to be taking place if it hasn't started already. Rebirth could be what caused this situation to finally come to a head. We also had the Scorpio full moon in your sign. I just said that, Scorpio full moon, right? I should have said full moon in your sign on the 12th. So things, hidden secrets, things of that nature coming out to the surface. It is course correction time. Time to release things that are no longer on our path. And if you don't do it, the universe is going to come in. Now I'm hearing like a wrecking ball. So I'm sorry it's not funny, but my singing kind of is. And besides, you should laugh. Every experience is just that, an experience. The Empress is rebirth. It's time to create your new beginnings, turn your dreams into actual reality. It's a time of fertility and rebirth, growth, expansion. It is also prosperity and abundance. But it almost feels like you're trying to ward off any new beginnings. We sometimes find comfort in the uncomfortable. And it gets a little scary to have to be like, okay, this is ending. I got to start all over. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Who knows what awaits you? Something amazing. We have the Fool card. Aquarius, Aries energy, which to me tells me that this is a new cycle. It is time for this cycle to come to an end. And deep down inside, Scorpio, I feel like you already knew. It's just now that it's go time and somebody's pulling the trigger. Maybe they're the ones pulling the trigger. You're like, but it's time. It's time. Okay, I'm going to read your well-being card and then we'll shuffle and I'll read the chat. Okay, I'm seeing Napoleon Dynamite for some reason. I don't know. My purpose in life is joy. The basis of your life is freedom. The purpose of your life is joy. You are free to choose new avenues for joy, and in your joyous growth, you will add to the experience of all that is. So get out of your comfort zone. Follow your intuition and your guidance. Shuffle time. All right, where are we at? Nothing happened to my hair. I still don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Angel. Hi, David. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing. And happy freaking Friday. All right, final deck to shuffle. And then we are moving. We only have Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces left to do. I feel a sneeze brewing. I should really make a coffee like right before I start. I mean, it's still the same taste. It's just not warm anymore at all. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. For the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th, Sagittarius, I do give my feeling on the card, along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. If you don't find anything that resonates, go check out the mid-month readings. They are out, and it's for the 15th through to the end of the month. Okay. Yeah. Saggy. Overall energy for your upcoming week, number 36, second chakra, Archangel Ariel, pertaining to number 30, Judication. This is intimacy and creativity. And the judication for me feels like some kind of a judgment, final judgment. It almost feels like there was a decision made, regardless of who it's from, that really puts you into more of your creative flow. Could pertain to another person, but take it how it resonates. We have the Knight of Wands. Well, Saggy, I feel like that's you. Passion, drive, desire, creativity, magic, forward momentum. Towards what? Time to celebrate. The World card, Capricorn, Aquarius energy. You've completed a cycle. So there's a cycle that's come to an end. And again, that's the final judgment. Whatever that final judgment that, could be real court, but imaginary gavel hitting, like done. Whatever this is, it's over, it's done, has really put you into this beautiful energy. It feels very sunshiny, if you will, even though it's the second chakra. And here you are, Leo energy, strength, in your power. And there's your sunshine. This definitely could have been some kind of a challenging situation, but at the end, you've taken full power, and not only power, but your creative juices flowing to me feels very almost like childlike energy coming back to you. Fun, joy, excitement, intimacy, pleasure, happiness. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, number 41, and this is pertaining to number 28, expectations. So we're talking about your spirit connection, intuition, and your inspiration. For some of you, you either know this or you're unaware, but you're receiving guidance and downloads. For some of you, it's premonitions. And this expectation, it's almost like I almost feel like I want to laugh for some reason. I don't know, maybe your spirit guide's laughing at you because you got this vision or this dream and you're like, yeah, as if you came up with it. But the funny thing is it was given to you, if that makes sense. If you don't follow your intuition or your higher spiritual stuff, maybe it doesn't make sense. Ooh, 33. I love that number because I was born on 3/3. Anyways, I feel like this is some kind of divine message or imprint or download that you received. And for some reason, like maybe you're not aware that you're connected to your higher source or your psychic abilities, but there's like, it's almost comical to, I don't know if it's spirit or some deceased loved one that they're like, oh, they think they made it up themselves. And, you know, it's cute, really. Either way, whatever this expectation is, we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is, for some of you, a small level of fame. It also talks about recognition. You could be even receiving some kind of for some of you, a raise, or more than that, like you're getting a promotion. But for most of you, this feels very like you could be getting public recognition. And why, I don't know if this is a movie, but I heard it's the start of something very beautiful. Is that in a movie? I don't know. I just heard it's the start of something very beautiful. Some dream, some desire, some creative endeavor, maybe your own business, but it's going to take off. You're going to, for some of you, again, you're going to have some kind of level of fame attached to this. All right, Sag. Interesting. Why did I say Leo earlier? Are you associated with Leo, or maybe you have Leo in your chart? That's interesting because the strength is Leo, but I was thinking weird. Anyway, Sag, I practice the science of deliberate creation. Sag actually is very intuitive and very gifted spiritually. Anyways, giving thought to anything is creation. Giving deliberate thought to anything is deliberate creation. There is a difference. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and I will move on to Capricorn. Well, you need to switch your belief. So normally I don't spout out this stuff unless somebody pays for a super chat, but I'm going to anyway, because that's just what I'm feeling called to do. Wasila, I don't know if I said your name right. Wasila, close enough. First of all, it doesn't matter how much people pray or keep you in their prayers unless you change your energy. You need to see yourself where you want to be. Right now, you're in a victim mentality, and I don't mean anything bad by that. It's clear as day. You are in the victim mentality. That which you think about, you bring about. That which you focus on, you perpetuate. So start using your beautiful imagination to envision yourself where you want to be. Keep it and hold it regardless of what the 3D is showing you. Everything in this 3D is what you've already created. It's old news, so you can ignore it. That's my goodwill for the day. All right. Good morning from New Zealand. You're a Libra. Find the balance. That is your mission. So as far as compatibility, we're compatible with whoever we so choose to be compatible with. And frankly, at the end of the day, we should be compatible with everybody on this planet. We attract to us people who are a vibrational alignment with us. So it doesn't matter what their sign is. Just putting that out there. Okay. Final shuffle, and then we're going to move into Capricorn. Just so everybody knows, just a reminder, I never read the chat while I am in the middle of doing a reading. I'm not ignoring you. I just try to stay in the zone. Need a sip of my coffee. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is for the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th for Capricorn. Yeah, I give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So taketh what resonates and leaveth what doesn't. Feel free to watch other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Hold the phone, Capricorn. Capricorn, overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 21, strategy in the reverse. Pertaining to number 16, thoughts. You got no plan. Strategy can be good and bad, and it depends. Now, when we look at the thoughts card, this is very creative. Clearly, there's paints and things of that nature. Love it. If you look deeper into the card, it looks like he is looking at a woman. So for some of you, this is pertaining to somebody of the opposite sex, if you will. Male, female, looks like a man thinking of a woman. For others, this is just pertaining to creative projects. But the lack of strategy. Now, real quick, I know, because this is a time short kind of live that we do here. Strategy, when you are attempting to get another person, can be detrimental. Because if you're in strategy while trying to do that, it's seen as control and manipulation. Now, if you're creating a strategy around your creative endeavors, as in, I'm strategizing, okay, I'm going to make this painting, and then I'm going to go take it to an art gallery. To me, that would kind of be a strategy. If you're lacking in strategy, it can also be detrimental, because if you haven't a strategy when it comes to your creative endeavors and you're just like, okay, I did a painting, I'm going to wait, or 6 months passes and then I do another one, and you're all over the place. In relationships, it's kind of, I prefer no strategy. I'm just saying, I don't like the control and the manipulation. We get the ego involved. However, there's something fishy about this energy. Like you need to have something. Even if your strategy is, I'm just going to be me, 100% me. So hopefully that's what that means. Now, we have the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. I heard it's playing off in your favor. Okay. So we have an 8 of Cups, which is emotional detachment. I like this. Whether it's for the man, the woman, whether it's for your creative projects. In essence, emotionally detaching feels very much like, how do I explain that? It feels very much like you're not letting the ego, or it feels very emotionally sovereign to me. Like, I'm not going to be concerned with the outcome. That's beautiful. In that respect, I like the strategy in the reverse, especially if it's pertaining to another person. Like, whatever happens, happens. I'm just in it for the pure joy. Even if it's not me they choose, or even if my painting doesn't get sold, I'm in it for the journey, the enjoyment, the creativity, the, whatever. The 3 of Wands is all about waiting. So you've emotionally detached, and now you're waiting for your ships to come in. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for wish fulfillment, and for some, being able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor financially, right? Energetically, with the Temperance. Sagittarius, yes, Sagittarius energy. Divine timing is at play. And you, in essence, control divine timing to the extent that as long as you are holding the vibration of what it is that you desire, it's going to come in a lot quicker. But sometimes the universe has to move people, places, and situations to get things to kind of mesh together. In your underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 13, financial constraints. Pertaining to number 36, distant horizon. So normally I would be like, with the exception that I will tell you, I feel like this is energy that you're moving out of. Financial constraints is something that shows in the 3D after repetitive thoughts. But I will say that there's something deeper. It's lacking confidence. It is feeling the need to control and manipulate situations. It is being emotionally attached. But you have the Death card, Scorpio energy, which tells me that you're transmuting this energy. You're shifting out of the lack mindset, the feeling not good enough, the lacking self-confidence. You're shifting out of that. And that's when in the distant horizon is your divine timing once you've shifted completely out of that. Stay in the energy of, whether you strategize or not, make sure that it's not manipulation. But stay in this energy and you're golden. Hopefully you can't hear the dogs that have been barking like the whole time in the background. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. I feel like this is a really good message for Wasila, if I said that correctly or not. I'm sorry if I did not. As you deliberately look for things to appreciate, praise, or enjoy, you achieve vibrational harmony with your own source and with all that is good. And then the powerful law of attraction brings more good things to you. Like I was saying, that which you focus on, you perpetuate, you create more of. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will move on to Aquarius. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday, and thank you for hitting the like button. I truly appreciate you. Where are we at? Yes, you did. Timestamps will be, I have Aquarius, Pisces, and then once I get out of the live, I leave the timestamp. So you don't have to try to fish for your sign. But yes, it's in order. So it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth sign I did. Oh, that's so cute. Stay strapped. That's cute. It would probably just blow your mind if you knew the truth. But even those who are programmed think that they've been programmed correctly. It's all just programming. Good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. Last deck, and then I'm moving into Aquarius. After that, we have a Pisces. Any super chats, which thus far we have none. So I will be ending the live shortly. Again, I leave the timestamps for everybody, so it makes it easier. Please do hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I appreciate you. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Aquarius. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Aquarius, overall energy for this week upcoming. Number 33, door to romance, and it's pertaining to number 7, message. So you could be receiving a message via text, via mail, via phone call, via sticky note. I don't know. And it's kind of opening your door to romance. It's sparking a flame for you. But we have a 2 of Pentacles. Aquarius. Do you have more than one person that you're dealing with? Okay. If it's not more than one person, then there's something else that takes up your time. And this feels exciting. And it feels like, for the majority of you, this is going to be lust. The 2 of Pentacles to me is juggling. And it feels very much like, I heard trying to keep the story straight. We have the Hermit card. Virgo energy. Frankly, the Hermit is all about going within, finding what you're truly passionate about, what's on your actual path, your templed path. For some of you, it's the new person opening or the new emotions of the door to romance opening. Doesn't have to be a new person, but the energy is new because it feels like somebody's cracked through something. The Hermit card is all about kind of taking that space and time to figure out what you're passionate about. And with the star in the lantern, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. I like to point it out because that's the star card. It's Aquarius, right? And that's having faith in the future and going towards your north node, your north star, which is your destiny, your fate, what you're meant to be here doing, which is in alignment with what drives you creatively, passionately, love. All of that is on your path. That's how we know, in essence, when we're on the right path. We have a Page of Cups. You're being called to follow your heart. Now, I also feel like for some of you, this isn't anybody new and they've somewhat come out of the woodwork. Somebody you haven't seen in a long time. And again, there's a juggling. So whether it's between, okay, I've got this life going with another person and here pops in this person, and or it is, I've got this work and, you know, whatever I've got going on and now this is happening. I feel like more it's another person for the majority of you. I will also say that you could be playing, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to say it because it came to mind. I heard hide the salami and whack-a-mole. So take that how it resonates, but somebody could be playing games of like they're hot and heavy, like all about chatting it up, and then they disappear for a week. You don't hear from them. And then they come back and they're like, oh, you know, I have these feelings, you know, it's emotional manipulation, really, whether you're aware of it or not. On either side, the person doing it or the person receiving it, it's emotional manipulation and it's emotional immaturity. That being said, I don't know where the other stuff came from, but clearly it's going to mean something to somebody. The underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 25, deceit. Interesting. For some of you, you're not the one juggling. It's this person. This could be more cross-watcher reading. So be aware. The deceit is coming from the wealthy man. Number 13. Now, wealthy normally means financially, like, got the bucks, right? But it doesn't have to be, because somebody could be wealthy in attention, in love, in I mean, wealth is when you feel wealthy, you create wealth in your life, but it's not just financial, it's all of your life. We have a Knight of Swords. Okay. And a Page of Wands. O-double-O-K. This feels like somebody could be rushing in and out. I'm starting to get the hide the salami reference. I'm sorry. But it's like somebody's rushing in and out. For some of you, this is somebody who is playing games. And you could be the somebody playing games. Take it how it resonates. Own it if it's you. Somebody's playing games. Emotional manipulation. They're trying to keep somebody on the sidelines or hooked. God, I haven't gotten a message like this in forever. And it's, you know, I mean, like for me, it's kind of icky energy, but to each their own, like whatever floats your bubblegum wrapper. So you'll have to know where you are on this, but they're offering something to you, but it's not, this is all page energy. Page, this isn't a king. This isn't somebody in their, you know, beautiful, powerful essence. This is immature energy. They're playing games. Playing games. False person. They're love bombing. So, Aquarius. By visualizing my desired outcome, the perfect action is always inspired. As your desire to feel good leads you to thoughts that feel good, the perfect action will be inspired from that alignment. And that inspired action is always joyful. Always take the inspired action. I will say, if you're attempting to create or manifest and you're visualizing a person, because we have no control over people, places, and things, and we have a tendency to think that something's amazing, but we don't see the full picture, but our spirit, higher self does, it's really good to just say, this or better. This or better. That leaves it open for the universe to be like, yeah, this is not good for you. Here's something better. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and we'll move on to Pisces. I will read the chat. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. Thank you, Sean. You're so sweet. You're amazing. You're amazing, Sean. I appreciate you. Thank you again for the tarot cards. Paradis. I think I said that right. Hello, Paradis or Paradis. All right, 2 more decks to shuffle. 1 more sign to go. Happy Friday, everybody. It is a Friday. I think every day is amazing. But I know a lot of people wait for Friday. So yay, it's here. Because they get to see me. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a bonus. That's like the dessert on the side. The little baggie of chips. The free dip you get with your French fries. Okay, I'll stop. No, I won't. Never. Never will I stop. Okay, Pisces. Actually, I need a sip of coffee before we do Pisces. Pisces. This is for the week ahead, the 18th through to the 24th. Les Pisces, I do give my feeling on the card, along with any channel messages that cometh my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch our other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Pisces, overall energy for this upcoming week. Number 26, hostility. Could be your energy. Could be somebody you're dealing with. Somebody's feeling a little hostile. Who is it? Number 2, main female. Number 12, privileged lady. Well, this could be, I heard girl on girl action, not in that sense. Don't take it the wrong way. In the respect of kitty fight. Female versus female. For some of you, we've got a main female and a privileged lady. There's some kind of hostility. And it's interesting because we have a 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. The Emperor, Aries energy, and the 10 of Cups. This could be a family dynamic. Sister, cousin, aunt, mother, take it how it resonates. Grandmother. There's some kind of hostility in family. We have the 6 of Cups, which tells me that for some of you, this person's coming back around after some time of being away, but I also feel like this is talking about chumming up something from the past. Could be with an Aries specifically, but it could just be that this is somebody who, in essence, embodies the energy. They like to be in a leader. It could even be you in the Empress energy or the Emperor energy. Take it how it resonates. This is somebody who likes to be in control, in charge. They're kind of very leadership. They could be a boss. They could even be like a hierarchy in your family. Like, again, the grandmother, the mother, an aunt, something of that nature. This is somebody who could be very by the book of whatever book is in your family, if you will. This is also an energy of somebody who needs to or is starting to take a leadership role in their own life. With the 10 of Cups, that tells me this is a family situation. Whatever the hostility is pertaining to somebody who holds that Emperor energy. Now, again, you could be that Emperor energy. You could be the one that's in a leadership role, taking a leadership role in your own life. You like to be in control, in charge. Could be somebody you're dealing with. But this is something that's coming back up or coming back around possibly from the past. This is nostalgia, meaning that somebody's been reflecting on something from the past. Could even be a past life. Either way, this is somebody in your family. What you consider family. Could, mother figure, sister figure, aunt figure. It's 2 females. So take it how it resonates. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 31, door to a value. Pertaining to number 30, judication. For some of you, you're getting a windfall, family money, and the other person isn't. For the majority of you, I feel like this is a final judgment. You know your value, you know your worth, and maybe that's why this is all coming up. Maybe for some of you, there's somebody who like to be above you and keep you kind of down below, and you're coming out like, no, I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth. You can flip it too. You could be the hostile one that feels like they're losing their control over another person or situation. I definitely feel like somebody is moving into that privileged status, but the reason they're moving into the privileged status is because they have opened the door to value. And once we understand our value and our worth, it starts manifesting in the 3D, financially, romantically. It's a chain reaction. We have a Page of Swords. Pages bring news. truth, communication. But I also feel like you're emotionally detaching with the Eight of Cups from a specific person. With the Hermit, Virgo energy, I feel like you are distancing yourself. I feel like you see things clearly. You know your truth. You're receiving guidance and downloads and intuition to remove yourself, or at least emotionally detach. And with the emotional detach, with that Hermit card, it is more or less to go within, be more with spirit, higher self, higher source, be more spirit-like when it comes to this person, which sometimes the best remedy is to distance yourself. Hermit energy is just like what it says. You kind of distance yourself from people, places, and situations to be more in your own energy. Emotionally detaching feels very emotionally sovereign, moving towards that Nine of Cups of emotional sovereignty, where it doesn't matter what this person feels. You're not going to be bothered by it, right? But take it how it resonates. This feels like a family affair, a family feud of sorts. Somebody's angry that somebody's got the glow up and the other one doesn't. Cut, dry, simple. Put it in a box, wrap the bow, and there you go. That's what's going on this week. What is your well-being card say? Pisces, well-being card. I am a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. You are so much more than the physical body you have come to know as you. You are source energy, and you are focused on the leading edge of thought. In this powerful now, you hold the key to allowing the source that is you to flow. The better you feel, the more you are allowing that connection. I will add, the better you feel, the more it vibrates to people around you. Some people are going to feel that and be like, ew, I don't like it. And they're going to distance themselves. Others are going to be like, I love it. I'm attracted. I'm coming towards it. I want to be around that energy. Put that in the wrong pile. Okay, let's read the chat. Oh, all right. I'll add a desktop. But I don't know if I could use this one. So this is somebody's company, and I literally use this every day. I will wash it every night so that I can use it every day, because I don't care if I put ice in here. It keeps things cold when you have ice, and it like takes forever to melt, and it keeps things warm when it's warm. Now, this is probably going to be a little shocking to some of you, but I actually made this coffee at 6 o'clock this morning. So that's probably why it's not warm anymore. But I love it. Yeah, it's my coffee from 6 in the morning, and it was really warm up until about like 3 hours ago. I'm not kidding. Oh, and I even know, because it was my second cup, and I was like, oh, it's like 6 in the morning, and it's kind of early for my second cup, and it's gonna get super cold. So I was fully aware when I did it, but I was like, I need it. I'm taking it. Okay. Hi, Danny. Yeah, emotional detachment is the best thing to do, and then to focus on your energy, and then send them love. Just send anybody who's being hostile or in the energy of hostility or whatever, love, and know that their higher self is guiding them, whether they're following the guidance or not. Dead Viz, hi. Do readings for pets at my pet is. You know, I've never done that. I won't say that I don't. Interestingly enough, I have somebody in my chat Well, maybe Vicky just did, if I remember, I think she just did energetic healing on pets, not readings. But Vicky, if you're still in here and you read that comment, feel free to respond. It's not disgusting. It still tastes the same. It's just not warm anymore. I mean, literally, I could throw a couple ice. It's espresso, by the way. I could throw some ice cubes in there and turn it into a cold espresso drink. I don't think it's gross. Whatever. I mean, it's not like it gets, you know, it's not like I'm leaving food out for, 5 hours and then deciding to eat it. Which even that to some people isn't gross. I personally like, if it's meant to be hot, I like my food hot. If it's meant to be cold, I like it cold. There's no lukewarm for me on anything. But whatever. I get thirsty and my coffee was sitting here. That's the end of it. Anyways, all right, you guys, I am going to head out of here. I am going to do the timestamps so that it makes it easier for those who didn't sit through the whole live. I do appreciate all of you for hitting the like button, subscribing. Thank you for the beautiful $9.99 donation, Sean. I appreciate you, and thank you for the cards that I've since received. You're amazing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Vicky. Unless you got disconnected again, which you might have. If you're interested in a personal reading from me, you can find the information in the description box. Also, if you're looking for spiritual coaching, mentoring, and or manifestation programs, I have them. You can reach out via email and or Facebook Messenger. And yay, you're back right in time for me to leave. No, I'm kidding. And I think that was it. I think that's all I had to say. So, Vicky, somebody asked about an animal reading, and I know that you don't necessarily do readings, but I thought you did energy healing or something. It is, where is it at? They might not even be in here anymore. Dead Viz is who it was. Anyways, if that's something you could do, you could always reach out to that person. If it's not something you do, just say, no, I don't do that. But I could have sworn, yeah, Reiki. So I don't know if Dead Viz is here anymore. Maybe they'll be on the next live. If not, it's unfortunate. I don't read the comments while I'm in the middle of, so sometimes people leave a comment and then they leave because they're like, oh, she didn't respond. She's ignoring us. I'm not. I just don't do 400 things at once. I like to focus, especially if I'm channeling. I need to keep the channel and keep moving as opposed to distractions. So just so everybody knows. Anyways. Yes, you will. Knock that off. Anyway, I appreciate you all. I will see you all on the next one. I go live again on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, every Friday, unless otherwise mentioned, as well as keep your eye out for the monthlies and mid-monthlies and the in-betweenies. All right. See y'all on the